In today's live hangout, we are going to talk to my buddy Jesse from Niche Informer, who recently quit his job and became his own boss. And we want to talk about that and see how he did it. And we're going to talk about that and many other cool stuff. But first, we need to, of course, listen to the Hustlers, official Hustlers anthem, which probably Jesse used to sing as well when he was still a hustler. Let's go.
Yeah, I know sometimes it's hard when you get the feeling you just want to quit your job. We've all had that thought. This is what you want. Time to tune in. Hasta la vista, boss. Yeah, for my side hustlers who never stop. Quit your job and making your own profits. Become your own boss. Live life on your terms. Make it happen for real. This is what you deserve. Yeah. Hasta la vista, boss. Subscribe, have fun, and enjoy the ride. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go. Hola, bosses. Hola, everybody. I hope you're good in this cold and freezing. It's freezing here in London. I don't know how cold it is in your area, or maybe you're lucky and you live in a sunny area. But say hello in the chat if you're here. And alternatively, you can jump with us here on the call, as you know, if you are a regular of this channel, of this show. And you can jump here with me and Jesse. And I'll leave the link in the description, just a second. But first, let me tell you that this is the place where ambitious people like you and Jesse and myself, we talk about how to create a side hustle, make it profitable, quit our job, become our own boss. And that's exactly what Jesse did. Jesse, welcome to Hasta La Vista Boss, brother. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Adrian? Thanks for having me.
Man, that's a pleasure. And I'm so excited to congratulate you like live in person. And I think this is such a motivation for many of us who are still in the trenches, building websites or whatever side hustle we're having. And
Right.
hang on just a sec. Let me see what's going on with this chat here. I can't. Oh, I see now. Awesome. I can see the chat. I can see the chat as well. Looks like it's all good. Save here. Let's welcome people in the chat as well before we move on, Jesse. We have Helen, we have Adrian Danila, we have Commit, he was earlier here. We have Emilia. Thanks for Emilia, by the way. Let me shout you out for buying this amazing merch and showing it off on your show. I promised you a mug, and you're gonna have your mug. That's for sure. Who else we have in here? We have Steven Buchanan. What's up, brother? And Timan. Finally, we are live. Yes, brother, we are finally live. If I missed your name, I apologize. Just type "Hola, boss" or something in the chat, and I'll come back to that in just a moment. But let me come back to you, Jesse. Jesse, tell us, brother, how did you do it? We were chatting before going live, and I said that I shared this link to this hangout to my LinkedIn as well, and maybe there are some people who's gonna watch this, and they don't know if this is what these guys are doing, how they're making money online. Because we know how making money online is kind of with a black eye, right?
Right.
So tell us a little bit about how you did it, what you're doing in order to make money online, and
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. So I guess for about the last 10 years, maybe, I've been making money off of WordPress websites one way or another. Usually in the past, I've done it for clients, but making them websites for their businesses and just selling them the website. But I guess about 2.5 years ago, I started making what we call in the industry niche websites, which is a website that's about a very specific topic, and I started making those just for myself, with the explicit purpose of just getting traffic from Google or any source. And once you have that traffic, you can then monetize it in a number of different ways, make money from it, and then once you figure out that process, you can then scale it up to the point where you're making enough money to replace your full-time income from your day job. And that's essentially what I did. And it, like I said, it took me about 2.5 years to get to that point.
10.5 years, you said?
About 2.5 years.
Wow.
To get to the point where I could replace my income. Yeah.
Wow. So first of all, let me quickly see what's going on. There seems like we have like an issue here with I don't know if it's my Zoom or what's going on, but I can't see when you speak. I can't see you. Can you say something?
Yes.
All
Can
right.
you see me?
No, I can't see you. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna probably have to. Where?
Yeah, it looks like I'm frozen on my end. So
On your end? Okay. So
I'm frozen.
let me see if I stop the video and I start the video again on your end.
Okay.
Ask to start video. See if you can start video now.
Yeah, it looks like
Here we go.
there we go. Okay.
Nice. So sorry, you were saying it took you about 10 years to
About 2.5 years.
oh right. Sorry.
Yeah, the 10 years is I've been working with WordPress for about 10 years.
Right.
So, but I was making websites for clients, so small businesses pretty much. And then about 2.5 years ago is when I went down the whole blogging and niche website path. And once I did that, that's what took me about 2 to 2.5 years to get to where I am right now.
That's awesome. Because there's another guy who was here on the show. His name is Chris Phelps from fearless.com, and it took him 10 years to quit his job as well. He was making websites as well. I can't remember how exactly he started, but having kids, having a family, it's gonna take you a little bit longer.
Right.
And like people, you'll see many gurus out there. They're gonna try to sell you this dream that you're gonna make 5 figures per month in 3 months or something like that, which is total bullshit. You know how it is.
Right. Or they'll tell you that you can work 1 hour a day for a year, and that'll be. I pretty much worked 2 full-time jobs for 2 years.
Wow.
To get to it. I put everything I had into it, almost every bit of spare time I had, and I'm now at the point where I can ease off a little bit, and if I want to work a shorter week, I can. But to get over that breaking point, you really do have to put in a lot of work.
There you go, boys and girls. You have to work for it. It's not like the gurus are going to try to sell it to you. And I was watching one of, I don't know, are you a fan of CoffeeZilla? Are you watching his videos?
Yeah, I do watch him.
So he was with this guy Billy Jean the other day on a live stream debating about shit that CoffeeZilla said about the other guy, but CoffeeZilla didn't say anything bad necessarily about this guy, but he took it like he's talking about the industry, and and he's putting everybody in the same bag. But that's the problem with these guys. The problem is that they sell you the helicopters, they sell you the Lamborghinis and all that bullshit, but there's very, very, very few marketers that are gonna sell you a course that is going to actually teach you something, right? and
Right.
you're gonna make at least some money with it. I mean, there's some guys that spend like $10,000, $50,000 in some of these bullshit courses out there, and they're just ripping you off. So
Yeah.
that's
They're selling you the dream of an easy life,
yeah.
and people are willing to pay everything they have for it.
So you can see it, everybody. You can see that it's nothing like the gurus are telling you. And you're, like I said, you're not the first person that said it took them at least a few years, right? To, and you're lucky. You're lucky, to be honest, because it took you so little, right? 2.5 years, more or less. There's people. I mean, I'm included. I'm 3 years into this. And it's quite difficult for me to put the time, the quality time, right? I have kids, I have a job, so it's really not easy. And
I think I probably had a little bit of a leg up on a lot of people because I came from a WordPress and marketing background, and it still took me over 2 years. That's not to say somebody starting from complete scratch with no knowledge can't do it in 1 year. You can. It just depends on so many different things.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Exactly. So there's a comment says here in the chat, so this is where we are. Helen says, kudos for keeping going. Kudos for keeping going. Emilia says, I made it. I was over on the other one. So what happened? Did I just mess up everything or what? Do I have several live streams going on or what's going on? It could be like, remember we're talking about this, and I talk about this with everybody that comes on the show before we go live. I always say that there's something that's gonna go wrong.
I think Alex was doing a live stream right now too, isn't he?
I don't know, man. I think his live stream was. Oh yeah, so look, it says that the live stream with you is scheduled for. Is scheduled. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see the screen, but it says that it's scheduled. So what's going on? Well, I hope it's working. Anyway, I hope it's working. At least if you guys can see this, the video, that's what it matters. Let me just click on it and see if it works. Oh, so that was earlier. Okay. That was earlier. Emilia says, no idea. There was a separate video stream that we were hanging around on, but it never started. It's my software, of course. Always. Well, I hope there's no one on the other one. Still waiting for us, you know. So, Jesse, tell me a little bit more about the the sites that you have. How many sites how many sites do you have?
Total I have about and it keeps growing. I think I have about 13 or 14 right now. Yeah, but and I almost did a video about this, but I decided to scrap it at the last minute. But in 2021, I've kind of decided to focus on 4 sites. So I'm going to have 4 main authority sites, all in pretty general niches. So I'll be able to cover all the topics I want to. And for all of my other sites, I'm going to kind of lump them together in like a sandbox and just keep them on the back burner and decide what to do with them later. I may sell some, or I may even do a public case study with one of them. But yeah, so I'm going to focus on 4 sites for the future right now.
Gotcha.
Those are going to be the 4 that are going to pay the bills.
Right. So for 2021, you're going to focus on about 4 websites. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's my goal anyway. That might change.
like always, things change overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
But by the way, my sister is in here as well, Mirela Elena. Thanks for coming. She's in the other room. Thanks for the support. So how do you monetize these websites? Because like I said, I'll have someone from other places that they have no idea about digital marketing. How do you monetize? How do you make money with this website?
Sure. Yeah, and I always forget to explain it to people in a way that, if they've never heard it before.
Yeah.
So basically with these websites, once I'm getting a good amount of traffic from the internet and visitors on my sites, then I can put display ads on my sites. I'll partner with certain companies that will put display ads on my websites. And with these ads, different merchants and companies that have e-commerce brands will place ads on my site, and I will get paid a small amount for each ad impression, and over time that adds up. So that's one way. And then you can also put special links called affiliate links on your sites where you'll earn a commission from any sale that you're responsible for. So those are the two main ways, display ads and affiliate.
Gotcha. Yeah. And Helen says, anyone else's screen frozen? No, it's on our end, Helen. It's maybe my problem, or maybe on Jesse's end. We don't know, but I'll keep an eye on it. And I'll keep switching on and off your camera.
Yeah.
So
it may be my internet. I've been having internet problems lately, so I'll take the blame for that.
That's cool, man. It's one of those things that we love about live streams. Steve Mack is here as well. How's it going? Nice to see you here, brother. Shamin as well is here. Nice to see you. How's it going, guys? Hey, listen, if you want to congratulate Jesse in person, there's a link in there. Don't be shy. Click on it and join us on the live stream. Or if you have any questions for Jesse, I know that many people, maybe not in the live stream now, but many people have questions. Even I have questions about this, because I really suck at doing that type of websites that you Jesse is building, and I believe Carl as well, broadband and did I say broadband?
You're getting closer.
But and John Dystra and all these people are building those kind of websites. What's the secret?
Yeah.
Do you have is there any? What's your approach when you decide to build a website in a niche?
Yeah, I mean I'm taking the same approach that a lot of those guys are, just pushing out a lot of content on topics that I personally think I can rank for in a given amount of time, and just not looking back and continuing to publish.
Yeah,
I think if you overanalyze it too much, then you're not going to be as productive as if you just said F it and just publish it and then move on to the next one and just keep going. So that's kind of my strategy, is to publish as much as possible.
Knowledge bomb right there. There's you can see this all the time on Facebook chats. People they keep asking how to find the best niche, how to find this, how to find, but they become a professional student, like my buddy Chris Phelps says. They become a professional student. They keep learning, and they never take action.
Yes.
So
you got to make mistakes. You got to get out there and make mistakes as soon as you can, so that you can not make them anymore.
Sweet, yeah, that's true. So, in terms of doing keyword research, do you have any secret to your keyword research process, or how do you do it?
I mean, it's there's no really secrets. I just have a big spreadsheet, and I sit down at a computer with a tab open for Google search and another tab open for my spreadsheet, and I just start typing questions into Google and just trying to find. I do use Keywords Everywhere, the Chrome extension, so that gives me an idea of the search volume, and I'll just spend time exploring Google and finding out what people are searching and finding out the results of those search terms. And if I think it's worth going for, then I just add it to the spreadsheet and move on. And when it's time to assign topics to writers, I just pick them out of the spreadsheet.
Right. But in terms of when you start doing your keyword, I've seen some videos of yours. By the way, guys, Jesse has a YouTube channel, of course. You can see it right now on the screen, Niche Informer. And by the way, when every time I hear about you, for some reason, this comes to mind. Let me quickly share my screen with you, everybody, and with Jesse here, so you can hear the sound as well. Every time I hear Niche Informer, this is what comes to mind, Jesse. I'm a 90s boy.
That's great.
I'm a 90s.
You know, the thing there, I was trying to create a brand with the word niche in it, and there aren't that many 2-word domains available, and I found Niche Informer, and I just went with it. So yeah.
No, that sounds great. Yeah,
no throwback reference to Informer.
So I was about to say that I saw some of your videos about keyword research and how's your approach, but I struggled with this. I was talking to actually my buddy Carl, if you see this brother, because I know how to do keyword research, but then I think I overthinking, just like you were saying a second ago. I know how to do keyword research for money type keywords, but I kind of suck to do the one that are informational, right? Because I don't know, should I write about this? This is just a stupid question.
I'd find it quite really the opposite. I think the informational keywords are kind of the easier ones to find. But I see a lot of people get tripped up on what they're supposed to write about, what kind of informational posts they should write about. But I'll tell you right now, I've had a lot of luck with lists lately. And I know some other big players in this industry, like John Dykstra, are really fond of lists, and they're great for ads. Some of my highest performing articles that make, $100 to $200 a month are lists. So that's a super easy informational topic, and there's endless keywords you can find where you can make a list. Can you
give us an example for people that?
Yeah. So I think in one of my YouTube videos, I was referencing cats. So if you have a pet website about cats, you could do cats for people who live in apartments. And then that could be your keyword. And then you just list 20 different breeds of cats in your article. So anybody who's about to move into an apartment and they want to buy a cat, they might come across your article and look at all the different pictures of cats, and then each person that lands there, you get paid for their ad impressions.
Right.
So that's just an example.
Right. Cool. Let me welcome a few more people here in the chat that decided to join us. We have In the House DVD. What's going on, brother or sister? I still don't know who you are. He says, "Hi, boss. Can we get Jesse's backstory again, as we may have missed it sitting on the other stream? I really apologize. I have no idea what the hell happened there. But Jesse shared that at the beginning. I just don't want to. You have to apologize me In the House DVD. I just don't want to kind of make it repetitive for people who are gonna watch this as well on the replay." Helen says, "I love spreadsheets." Oops, the chat is running out of my hands here. Commit says, "Informer, ya no sé that in me." Stephen Buchanan says, "Hey, you read my mind." Yeah, man, it's just impossible for me to think about your brand, Jesse, without thinking about Informer song. I love that song.
So will I get demonetized if I make that my intro now?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, we'll see about this hangout. We'll see what's gonna happen now. Because there's you can still use it. If you use 10 seconds or less from a video or a song, I think you still can get away with it. But we'll see. We'll see. Chris, what's going on, brother? Chris from Niche Safari. Emilia says, and here comes YouTube after you for the use of music. Well, I'm gonna download quickly the. They actually did came for me after me a few weeks ago about music, a song that I used in one of my. I think it was my first video. I don't know if those who saw my first video online. I put some. What was it? It was Latinos song. I can't remember. It was bachata, merengue. I think it was merengue, and it was fun and all that. I said, I'm gonna put this. It's gonna be short. So then now, a few weeks ago, they sent me a notification. It's nothing serious. They just said, hey, these are copyrighted songs, so you might want to either just mute that part or change the songs. So we'll see. Steven says, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and call it Niche Baby. Or you can call it Niche. Yeah, that'll be Ice Baby or not. Steven says, Steve Max says, that's how I was with my first niche. Just wasn't enjoying it, lack of knowledge and no motivation, so trying another angle, niche. He's talking to Helen here. Kieran says, Merchants UK Homebrew says, if you have a PPL, can you submit this info to YouTube and then play music? I'm not 100% sure what you mean there, Kieran. Gizmo Plans. Hey, I just joined in. Are you not using traditional ad places like Ezoic or Mediavine? I think that's for you, Jesse.
Yeah, so I'm actually using both. I use Ezoic. I have about 4 or 5 sites with Ezoic, and I just have one with Mediavine. And I'm hoping to move one to AdThrive in the next 2 months, maybe 2 or 3 months. So it'll be the trifecta. I'll be on all 3.
Gotcha. I still need to get to that level. But I have I started with Ezoic, as you guys probably use. I don't know if whoever saw the live hangout I did with Zena and Rob from Ezoic setting up my website. I think that was cool because I don't know if I could have done it without them. It seems like it's quite a process to do it by yourself. Let me go here. So this is the website that we set up the Ezoic ads on, and I haven't looked at that's oh look, it has ads on it. Ooh, nice. I'm wondering if it makes any money, because it doesn't have much traffic, you know. And the problem, oh, okay, this is buy, okay, because I was about to ask you, Jesse. So if you have ads like I have in here, oh, you can't see my screen, can you?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so on this particular page, this is the home page. I don't sell anything in here, but I bet that if I go to any inner page, I'll have this ad in here as well. So let's just go to any inner page. Let's go to this one, for example, and see if we have any ads in here. Because this one is going to, if I have this ad in here, you see the ad on the top, this is going to compete with my business in here. So have you felt that having first, do you put ads on pages that have affiliate promotions as well, or not?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, the only time I won't is if it's there are very few instances where I won't, but if it's, you know, a very targeted affiliate page where I'm just trying to promote one product, or I'm driving traffic from an email or something like that, I'll probably leave ads off. But for all normal top 5, top 10 affiliate articles, I'll leave ads on. I haven't seen enough of a difference to take them off.
Because the reason I'm asking, here we watching my screen again. Of course, we have an ad in here at the top. So if these guys are serving ads that are competing with my offer, right? So I'm selling training, right? Telehandler training. So
Okay.
if this ad is serving training as well, and people might click on it, but I'm gonna make less a commission, of course, because this is maybe what $1
So
or something.
You're selling a digital product here?
No, this is a training that has to be done in person. So this is a lead generation website. So someone will come come
This
organically.
This is where I might leave ads off here.
All right.
For a lead generation site. Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah.
I don't do lead gen, so I really can't speak from experience. But if I did, I think I would leave ads off, just to free the distraction.
Gotcha. So let me go quickly back to the chat and see what these awesome people are saying here. By the way, I want to always like to remind you that there's a link in there in the chat. Click it so you can say hola in person. So in the house, DVD says, I'm a brother. There you go, the fist. Poof. There was another comment here. Where is it? I lost the chat again. Oh, so Kieran is saying public performance license, talking about the PPL. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea if you how the copyright thing work in YouTube. I don't have time for that, so I didn't read about it. If any of my videos are getting striked because of that, well, what can I do? I guess I'll learn. But yeah. Look, I don't know if you can hear the music. There's a song on the background, but this it doesn't play now. But these songs that I'm using right now, they are from the audio library. Merchants UK says, "Hey guys, if you're finding this video interesting, then swipe the like button. Thank you very much. I would like to know how many people like this video. Thank you guys." Gizmo Plan says, "Thank you. So those solo ads you were talking about are something else then. I think I seen something like the Fat Stack uses." Do you know what he's talking about, Jesse?
I guess he's talking about those ads that were at the top of your page there. Mm-hmm. I'm not quite sure what he means that Fat Stacks uses.
Yeah, I don't know either, Gizmo Plan. Sorry, bro. So yeah, he says if you have your Zoigard to launch a course for them, new websites. There's a chat going on there between Helen. That's awesome. Helen and the other guys. Carlitos just showed on the chat there. Hi Carlitos. Hey guys, sorry I can't stay long. Family time. Yeah, and Emilia says I think he's talking John Dystra. He runs the Fast Stack blog. Yeah, I know John. It's just that I don't know the context that the Gizmo Plans is talking about there. Corn is in the stream. So let's have some corn with butter, boys and girls. Righty. So going back to your websites, how many pages do you have? I was talking again with Carl today, and the day before, I think, that my websites, I have 2 or 3 websites I'm working on, and I'm planning to work hard this year on those. They don't have content. Like, I'm making some money with them, I think last month report was 700 and something from the Amazon, from Amazon alone. But I'm not making much money because I don't have content. So
Yeah.
I think I have 60. I keep saying this for the last year because I haven't worked on that site for months, at least 6 months, and I have about 50 to 60 articles, and some of them are rubbish. And the website is a little bit broken down. The shortcodes are. I mean, I just didn't. I neglected this website, but still makes money, which is awesome.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
$700. That's pretty good.
That's it. Yeah, and that's the only time I can say that's passive income. So you don't work for 6 months on something, and it keeps making you money.
Yeah.
But tell me about your websites. How much content you have? I don't know. Can you disclose how much money you're making from these websites? Do you have like one that's making shitloads of money and the other one's just a little bit, or how?
I'm not, like Carl, and there's a new guy on the scene that's pumping like 1,000 articles in 6 months into his sites. And I'm not that, big, but I think one of my sites has about 250 and another one has close to 300 articles. And those are my two big ones.
Right.
And one of those has been over 2 years and one has been over about a year. So I'm not going crazy, with 200 articles a month, like some people are doing. I'm scaling slowly.
Gotcha.
And as I go, I'm finding out what works and what type of content I need to continue on with and what type of content I should 86 and stop doing. And I feel like if you just pump insane amounts of content into your sites, you don't really have the luxury of doing that testing like I like to do. So that's why maybe I have a little bit less content than you see some people having. But I think even so, you can see, 500 or 600 articles is enough if it's done correctly to replace your income. So yeah, that's, and then all of my other sites have another 100 to 200. So live on the internet, I have probably 800 pieces of content, maybe 700 or 800, something like that.
Wow.
And yeah, one of my sites is making the majority of the income, but it's kind of lopsided, but it's decreasing. So I'm building up my other sites so that it's not so lopsided.
Gotcha. It's all, or what's the percentage of informational type of content, and how much affiliate are you doing? Or which one is making more?
I'm doing, the majority is informational. I still sprinkle in affiliate articles here and there, but it's almost all informational. But even though, a lot of these lists, like I mentioned, I'm still doing how-to articles and what to do if articles where you can solve a problem. And if you can solve a problem, you can recommend a product. And if you can recommend a product, you can get a sale. So I can still make money off of affiliate links, even with informational content. So I'm just not doing as much of the top 5 best,
right?
That type of stuff. I'm not doing that as much anymore, but I still do it. So I'm working on one right now, to be honest, but it just makes up a small portion of my content.
Gotcha. And are these websites all in the same niche?
No, they're not. 2 of them are kind of related, but aside from that, everything stands alone pretty much.
Gotcha.
I'm with my 4 main sites that I mentioned. They're so general that I'm trying to be able to cover as much as I can in categories within those sites. So I don't have to keep creating a new site every time I have an idea. This way, all I have to do is create a new category on one of my sites I already have.
Right.
So that's my thinking there.
Right. And then I have a question for you. Maybe you can shed some light in here. So I have this website that I just mentioned, and it's branded, right? It's not like best mugs, right? .com. It's branded, so I can go in a lot of topics. But how would you go in terms of writing the content, right? So let's say I have a category, just like you having a category under this website that's, let's say it's talking about mouse, wireless mouses, but then you want to build a website that's specific about wireless mouses or just mouses in general. How would you go about writing the content? Because it's gonna be the same keywords, right? You're gonna go for the same keywords.
Yeah, I don't worry about, keyword cannibalization as much as I do. I make sure that the search intent is different. So if it's like best mouse for gaming or best mouse for this or best mouse for that, as long as I know that the searcher wants to find a mouse for a different reason, then I would keep writing the article over and over.
Right.
I don't see any harm in that.
Yeah, I don't see any problem either. It's just that I would, of course, I would try to go on both websites for the same keywords. Of course, one website is going to be more topical relevant because it's talking only about that stuff.
Yeah.
But I will write. I mean, that's why I asked your opinions. Maybe, just give me some ideas on how. Because I would write the same content. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm gonna spin it. I don't know. But it's. I need to find out how other people are doing that, because there's many people who have a big portfolio of websites, and I'm sure that they're gonna come across this situation as well. There's a lot of chat going on in the chat, which is awesome. Thank you guys for for being here and keep the chat going. There was a notification from Restream saying that we received 100 comments today, which is awesome. In the chat, at least. We have waves and websites. Aloha, boss. What's going on, brother? Welcome all the way from Honolulu. Let's see if I catch up with the chat. I don't know. I can see. And building one between then. I think there's more chat going on there. If you guys have any questions for Jesse, please put them in the chat. Alternatively, join us and have a chat with us. That would be awesome. Hello, Jason. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Welcome. In terms of I had a question. Let me drink a little bit. I need some oxygen. I forgot what I was about to say, man. Tell me. I want to go back a little bit, like in-house DVD was saying, because I didn't ask you this, and I'm curious to know. Leaving the websites for just a second, what was your job like? What were you doing?
I was in a marketing department for a company, and I handled all of their digital marketing, and I built websites. And, so I was already in this world, just in a different way, in a different capacity. So there was less of a learning curve for me in a lot of ways, but it was still a completely different animal, and there was so much I had to learn from scratch. But already knowing WordPress inside and out, and being pretty well versed in marketing and writing for the web and stuff like that, I did have an SEO. I did have a lot of advantages, I think.
Yeah, man,
that's what I did.
That's crazy. Because I thought at some point last year, I thought to get a job in some kind of agency, digital marketing agency here in London, because I've heard many people. I don't know if there's a few guys that I know personally that they started in a agency. They learn all the things that they were doing there, like doing backlinks and doing outreach and marketing, content marketing and everything. And those skills, you are not going to learn them better in any other place than working in a local agency, taking care of local businesses and all that.
Yeah, those are valuable skills for sure.
Sure.
And you can learn them on your own, but that's to be able to learn that in the workplace is really valuable.
And they pay you for learning.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Carlitos says here in the chat, Carlitos says, I've been caught watching your stream through family film night. Damn, caught red-handed. Go, brother. I hope your missus gonna forgive you. Sorry for keeping Carl here. Good night and enjoy your weekend, bro. Carlitos. And talking about leaving your job, Jesse, how it was something spectacular? Did you went in the office like, hey, I'm gone?
No, I just wanted to like quietly fade away.
Really?
And that's what I did. Yeah, I could have made a big deal out of it, but yeah, I put in my notice. I made sure everything was taken care of. I spent weeks, dotting all my I's and crossing my T's and putting my ducks in a row and making sure everything was taken care of. And then one Friday afternoon, I just quietly faded away. So,
just like a fog,
yeah, exactly.
faded away.
I was never here.
I was never here, man. I'm planning to make a big scandal when the day comes. But I've talked to people, like going in the office and put my T-shirt on, right? Yo, boss, I had enough of you. You're a fucking asshole. Blah blah blah. Luckily, my last few managers, they were awesome guys. But I think it will depend on the situation, right?
Yeah.
If I make a scandal.
My job was, I had a good job, and my bosses were, even though I didn't like my job, that's why we all won out.
Yeah.
But, my boss took care of me, and there were like 5 rounds of layoffs at my job over the last couple of years, and I was kept on through every single one of them. And I know they kind of stuck their neck out for me, so I didn't want to make a big stink when I left. But yeah, I did want out pretty badly. It consumed me for the last year.
Really?
To say that. Yeah.
That bad it was, huh?
Yeah. So you get burnt out, sitting behind a desk every day and having to ask permission to go to a doctor's appointment or get it, take a vacation, and just all of it festers and builds up, especially once you realize that you can make money on your own and start your own business. And once you see that possibility, then you want it even worse. Yeah,
again, congratulate you for making it out of the rat race. That's something that many of us dream. And talking about dream, tell me what's your dream? What was your why doing this? I mean, like you said, you've been into this for about 10 years, but then 2.5 years you dedicated to it like 100%. And what was the dream? Like, what kept you going when you had those shitty days, no motivation and all that?
Just the end goal of, like you said, making it out of the rat race and winning your financial freedom, so to speak, even though, I'm not completely financially free, but now I feel like I'm well on my way, and I can set my own salary. I control how much money I make and all that stuff. And now it's just a matter of scaling my business to where I want it. And I really haven't even decided how far I want to take it yet, but now there's no limit.
Yeah, that sounds great. You have like kids and wife, and do you have a family or?
I have 3 kids. Yeah.
Nice.
I do have 3 kids.
Guys, what do they think about their daddy?
I mean, they know Dad works from home now. They haven't really asked a lot of questions.
Oh, okay.
As far as, yeah, they kind of have an idea that dad makes websites and, but how kids
Gotcha.
are. They don't ask too many questions, I guess, once it gets complicated.
No, I'm asking because my baby girl, she's always here grabbing the mic and, hey guys, trying to emulate daddy, hasta vista boss. She keeps saying hasta vista boss. And it's awesome. We have a lot of fun. Helen says here in the chat, she asks, does Jesse trade as company now or still as a sole trader?
I'm still classified as a sole proprietor right now, but I am going to be forming an LLC in the next month or so.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I'll still be taxed as a sole proprietor, I guess, but I will have the protection of the LLC and all the benefits that go along with that. So that's next on my list, really.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm operating as a LLC. I think here in the UK is LTD, limited company.
Right.
But I have to kind of close it down because it's quite expensive to have one. And there's a lot of things that you have to have an accountant, you have to have insurance, you have to have this, you have to have that, and it's not that I'm making loads of money, right? But
yeah,
I think that's a smart way.
I considered doing it last year, but I spoke with an accountant, and she basically let me know that you don't really need to form an LLC until you're making enough money to pay yourself a full-time salary at the minimum. That's when you should consider it.
Yeah. I mean, if my accountant, of course, it's a smart dude. By the way, don't ask me, guys, because I had some people reaching out asking for my accountant. He's not. He's doing this just as a friend now. He's not an accountant anymore. He sold his business. But he's a smart guy, right? There's ways you can kind of keep a little bit more money in your pocket by paying your dividends, paying you kind of a less salary if you want, and then the rest in dividends. And there's loads of cool stuff you can do if you have an LLC. But again,
and then once I form the LLC, I'll probably file as an S corp, which allows you to pay yourself or what they call a reasonable salary. And so I could pay myself a fairly low salary, just barely enough to pay my bills.
That's it.
But then I can give myself as many bonuses as I want, and those bonuses will not be subject to that same taxation. So that's when I can really benefit from having an LLC. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, is getting to that point. And I'm hoping I'll be there, at some point this year. But I do want to go ahead and form the LLC and just because I've never done that before, so there's probably going to be a lot of stuff to learn.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to learn, and there's a lot of not necessarily tricks, but they're kind of things of the trade that you're not gonna know ever in your life unless you're an accountant, a good one. So like my accountant was saying that even if, for example, I go often to Spain because I own some properties there, and I could, even when I go there, he was saying that if there's if the travel was like 2 or 3 days, I could put all the bills, the plane and everything inside on the company expense, because it was a company expense, right? It was a company business expense because I had to travel. So there's many things. There's many cool things you can do. There's no people. You know people are not hiding about this, right? That's why you form an LLC. You're not gonna be accountable directly if anything goes wrong. Like someone sues you, your assets are gonna be safe. Your life is gonna be safe. So especially on the online marketing space now, I was actually thinking to talk to someone about getting an insurance, a media kind of insurance. I'm on YouTube. You're on YouTube as well. You have websites. There's anytime some idiot is gonna wake up with a bad, bad pain in the back or something, and they're gonna read your website and say, I don't like this guy, I'm gonna sue him or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to be protected.
Yeah, and that's that's not. I don't have. I've heard of blogging insurance. I think Chris from Niche Safari did a video on it, and some people in my Mediavine group have blogging insurance, and that's something I'm thinking about, and I'll definitely look into. But I do think blogging is a relatively low liability business, so it's not something I feel like is extremely urgent right now, but it is something that's on my radar.
Let's welcome these awesome people as well in the chat. Rick is here. What's going on, brother? Welcome. Nice to see you in here. Chris says that a company is expensive for sure. Bookkeeper, accountant, lawyers. But if I'm going to be the next John Dystra, I want to set the foundations right from the start. Boom. Knowledge bomb. There you go. That's right, Chris. How do you call it? It's great to do these things from the beginning. It's gonna be expensive, but it's gonna be a very good learning thing that you're gonna learn how to deal with paperwork, with tax, and all that kind of stuff. Especially now that you're on your own now. You're your own boss. Jesse, you need to know how to deal with tax, right? Because the company is not there anymore to deal with the tax for you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
In the House DVD says, who inspired Jesse in the online space and what was his aha moment?
I think Amelia asked me this. I don't remember the exact moment where I kind of fell down the rabbit hole, but it started with Income School. Income School and Doug Cunnington were like among the first two YouTube channels I discovered. And from there, that's where I kind of figured out that you can make money online with websites. And, I already knew how to make websites, so it was an easy decision for me from there to at least try it. I built my first website. It did okay. It made a few dollars, and that led me to build another one and another one. And that very first one is actually still online, but it doesn't make any money. So I consider it a failure. It makes, $20 or $30 a month, but I still have it. So it just goes to show you're probably not going to do great on your first time around.
Yeah. Helen says in the chat that an LTD in the UK only allows 112 pounds per month, but it can take income via dividends, which I don't know if you know what dividends are, Jesse, but I think are the equivalent of bonuses in the US. So dividends is whatever you take as profits, right, from your company.
Right.
So the company makes some profits, and then they're gonna pay you some dividends.
Yeah, I'm still wrapping my mind around the whole taxation with LLCs and stuff. It's way different when you're used to your whole life. Your employer takes care of all that.
Yeah.
So.
That's it. That's one of the, I want to make a live stream. Maybe you guys want to jump on the live stream, like on the call. It's gonna be having a job versus working for someone. Pros and cons and what's best and all that. Of course, we all look to work for ourselves and become financially independent and location independent. But sometimes I think, and this happens to me many times at work, when I have a good day, like a great day, everything goes smooth. The boss is like it's so sweet. Everything is just a heaven. I say, why the hell I keep stressing myself with going home, working until 1 o'clock in the morning, trying to make these stupid websites, when I can stay here in this job? Look, it's so great. Everything is great. I just have to wake up tomorrow in the morning, come to work, stay here 10 hours, go back home. That's it. No stress.
Yeah. And a lot of people like to do that. They prefer that, and that's fine.
I think
for
most people.
We want to control our own destinies more, I guess.
Yeah. The only thing that makes me so ambitious and so determined to make my own business is the ability to be anywhere, especially because we're doing online businesses, right? You
Yes.
don't have to be here in London at this particular table here to make some money. I can be once the corona bullshit goes away, if it
Right.
goes away. um, you can travel. You can be anywhere. You can be at a coffee shop. You can be in Spain. You can, travel and see all of you guys in the US, in Australia, in Honolulu, and you
That
can
was a
still
big
make
part
money.
of it for me
Yeah.
was the location part. I'll
Wow.
be able to work. I thought I'll be able to work from anywhere. And then of course, with COVID, I'm just stuck in the house anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping to change that.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have a chance to change that because like we were chatting before we went live. You've been your own boss for how long?
About a month, I guess.
There you go. So it's still a baby business, right?
Right.
And you're still a baby boss. So I'm sure as you go and through this and you get more confident and you get like a process and maybe a routine into place and all that, it's gonna be kind of more easy or easier to kind of plan. 6 months I want to go there, or 3 months I want to stay
Yeah.
here. I think that Cunnington was doing that. He was choosing a location, even though it's in the US. He was choosing a location. He moved there. I think he was buying a house, stay there for a year or two, couple of years, and then he was moving to another place. So I think that's cool as well. Really cool. Emilia says, "Who else is creating content right now?" I think all of you are, or some of you, like Adrian says, he's editing. So I have to, congratulate you. Thank you for being here, guys. Although you have a lot of things to do. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. Can I join you? Oh, what? Can you join? Yeah, can you join me here? You can join us here. There you go. The link in the chat. And
Yeah, and I will say the content challenge, the Mega site that Amelia is doing in the spreadsheet, that became my fourth site. So I told you I'm focusing on 4 sites. That is my 4th site. So
you know what? I've heard Emilia talking about this at the end of last year. I heard my buddy Morten talking about he's having something similar in his community. So I said, look, I don't need any more distractions. I already have a lot. So
yeah,
I didn't even think about it. I said, no, I can't. Stay
I
out,
wasn't
stay
going
out of
to.
it.
I was going to skip it, but I decided if I did it this way and I moved it into the top 4 and then I pushed a bunch to the back burner, then I could get away with it. So I'm going to have to offload some sites at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see if there's any. Is there anything else you would like to share with us, Jesse? Like any random stuff?
No, nothing that I can think of. Just here to hang out. Whatever you want to talk about.
Sweet, man. There's I forgot about link building. I know that you're not doing any link building, but
No, I'm not.
is there any of your pages that you think that if you build some links to it, is going to make you more money? Of course, it's gonna rank higher if the links are good, of course. Have you looked into that, or you just pump content like
Yeah.
John Dykstra pump
Well,
content and
Yeah, I'm sure. If I got the right links, that it would increase my traffic and increase my revenue. I know how it works. I know it would. I choose to put that energy and money into creating content. and I just I don't like link building. I know some people think it's fun and that's the fun part, but I don't like it. I haven't had good luck with it. I just
Right.
decided to skip it. It's kind of the approach John Dykstra takes.
Yeah.
I remember him saying he has the luxury of time to
Yeah.
just wait
Yeah.
until it ranks. That's kind of what I'm doing. It takes a really long time, and that's where most people drop off because it takes so long. But I'll just wait it out. I don't care how long it takes. I know it's eventually going to work, so I'll just wait.
Yeah. 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 And um, in terms of people that inspire you online, is who do you watch? Like, there's not in the it's not in the marketing space. How do you relax yourself as an entrepreneur now? Because of course I guess you're gonna work. You have a routine. You're still doing maybe what 8 hours, 10 hours a day. I'm guessing. I don't know what's your routine and
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly still haven't gotten a great routine in.
makes sense. Yeah, still
Yeah,
early.
I still show up, the same time. I still get in about 8 hours a day, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. I still usually end up working on weekends. So I guess in that sense, I'm actually getting a lot more done, a lot more work put into my sites. But as far as like a daily routine, I think I actually did a YouTube video kind of just detailing what I did on my first week. But yeah, it's the same old stuff: keyword research, signing articles, editing, publishing. It's
Yeah.
it's not that exciting, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I have it here on the screen. First time week as a full-time blogger. Here's what I do. So if you guys watch this hangout, go and check out Jesse's YouTube channel, Niche Informer.
Now that's what I'm gonna think of.
It was inevitable. I can't every time I hear about this, I put on YouTube my 90 favorite songs, and this is one of the top ones.
I'm bringing it back.
Oh man, I love the 90s. Even now, when I was coming home, I was dancing in the car, and people were watching me, and they started dancing on the other cars as well, with Bob Marley and other stuff like that. Do you have a team, Jesse, or is you do this all by yourself? What's going on?
A theme, a WordPress theme?
No, sorry, a team in writers and editors and
Oh, a team.
Team, yeah.
Yeah, I've got, well, not really like I mean, they kind of are coming in and out, so it's hard to have a writer long term because a lot of my writers are new to writing, so they decide after a few months they might not like it anymore or whatever, and then I kind of don't hear from them. But right now I have about 5 writers I'm working with,
Mm-hmm.
and one I think I've been working with for about 3 months, and the one I've been working with longest for maybe 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
And then it might turn over. They start to turn over. I haven't had any long-term ones yet. So
I think it's kind of difficult to have long-term people. Like someone in I think it was in Alex group, the WP Ego group, asked something about writers. I can't remember what it is, but I answered saying that you have to keep in mind that most people who are writers, right, on the web, they are not actually writers. They're just people
yeah,
that wants to make some money from home. There could be
yeah,
some.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, perfect.
I just need them to be able to write, intelligently and not, just be able to give me content that I can work with basically, and that I can edit and turn into a nice finished product. So
Yeah.
I don't expect the world from these writers. I don't pay 10 cents a word like some people do. So,
Yeah.
but I find that sometimes they get lazy after a few months. They'll quit including an introduction in their pieces of content, or I caught one writer copying stuff from one article to the next. I assigned her some similar topics, and she was just copying, pasting it. So you got to keep an eye on
Not
that.
good.
They get lazy. Yeah.
Aurora Borealis here. Hello. What's going on? Thanks for being here. Remember, guys, to give us a thumbs up if you like this live hangout, and maybe share it with someone that might be inspired by Jesse's story, which is awesome. Jason in the chat. I remember, Jason, last time, bro, you wanted to jump on the call. Here's your opportunity. If you want to join us here, just click on that link. It will take you to Zoom. If not, Jason says, did you source the writers on Upwork, and how much per word?
Yeah, so Upwork's my favorite. I've tried a few different platforms, and I've gone to a few agencies, like I think iWriter and Text something.
Do you know what? iWriter never answered me. I uploaded there an article. I did all the outline and everything and the guidelines. It took me like 2 hours to do that, and they never answered me. No one took my stupid article.
I've had bad luck at the agencies. I know a lot of people, they like them because they can just turn in a ton of topics and not have to worry about it. But I haven't had good luck. So yeah, I go to Upwork, and I like to connect with writers one-on-one, ask them some questions, and make sure they're a good fit for me. Then I'll test them with a few articles, and if they kind of make the cut, I guess you could say, then I'll keep going with them.
And of course, this is one of the biggest pains of everybody trying to build websites that make money: having writers. I hate to write. It's not my forte. So I rather focusing on doing the SEO part, which I think I got decent at it, and I enjoy doing it as well. But the writers, it's one of those parts. I did the other day a live stream talking about how I'm organizing my team of writers.
Yeah, I caught part of that with Trello.
Yeah, with Trello and Google Drive. But I the communication and the organization part of it, I kind of have that, honed down. But the writers, it's difficult because, like I said, these people are not writers. These people are not trained to write.
Yeah.
Therefore, you have to keep in mind that they are going to jump on Upwork or Fiverr or whatever they're gonna jump on just temporarily, because they might have a job, but they don't want to, or they cannot find a job in their industry, so they jump and do whatever.
They decide they hate it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So someone told them, hey, you can write an article. Did you know that? Said, well, really? Yeah, go on Upwork, make an account, and try it. So they come, try it, and fuck this. It's not worth it.
Exactly.
It's not enough money. How much do you pay for the writers? For example, Jason asked about 2-3 cents per word.
Yeah, I pay 3 cents per word across the board.
Gotcha.
And I've had pretty good luck with that. I don't get the greatest writers, but I don't want the writers that say they're expert SEOs and all this stuff, and I don't want those writers. I want the people that are ex-English teachers, and they're good at they're native English speakers, and they can write well, but they don't think they know everything, because I'm prepared to train them, and I know that I have to train them, and that's fine with me. It takes a lot of time, but once I can kind of shape them to write the way I want them to, then then I can get content back that I can work with. Yeah,
and you know what, the biggest headache for any person like you and I, and probably everybody here who's building websites, is that you do all that work, right? It's gonna take you a few weeks, a month, to get someone to understand your process, and then they disappear.
Yeah, that happens.
And you have to do that all over again.
Yep.
that's why I said that in one of the comments today that it's important for you to make videos or jump on Skype with these people, right? With your writers, jump on Skype with them, make videos about it, because as soon as you lose one of them, you have content there to send them to, because I think that's the best way to make someone understand what you want from them, by making a video and explaining, not just sending the how do you call it, the guidelines, right? Go through the guidelines by in video. So you're gonna have, you say, okay, the intro, make it short, avoid fluff, make sure you answer the question, and have a quick CTA in here, blah blah blah. But then going through that guideline, show them some websites as well that have that, or your website. You know?
That's where I'm kind of disorganized and behind where I should be. I don't have a ton of SOPs in place. I do have some templates, and I do have some screen recordings that I've done, and I've told so many writers the same things over and over again that I can just type out an email with everything that I need them to know really quickly. But I know that's not the most efficient way I should be doing it. So another goal for me in 2021 is to get some serious SOPs in place for my writers, so that I just have all this in one folder, in a Google folder, and I can just give it out to writers. But as of right now, I'm still kind of winging it with writers. I know what I want from them.
Yeah.
And that allows me to communicate with them well. I don't have everything that I want in place.
Right. That will come. Like we said, you're still a baby boss. You're still a baby business. But I'm sure that should be one of, along those 4 websites that you want to focus on this year. One of probably the most important things for you to do now is to create some SOPs like a real business, right? And
exactly.
And like we said, you might have a writer for 2-3 months, and that person decides to, you know what, I go back to my old kitchen job. Fuck this. Yeah. It's not for me. It's not worth it. And then you left, you left open. So you have to do that again. But instead of doing it again, you just find a person. Hey, I need someone to write articles. Boom. They contacted you, and then you send them. Hey, John, thanks for contacting me. Here's some videos that please you have to watch. I'm gonna pay you for your time to watch them. Watch the videos, and then we talk about them. So then that way, I think you're gonna be on the same page with them when you get straight into the meat. I would say.
And the SOPs, well, they'll only get you, halfway there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times writers they just don't get it. They can't catch on, or they just can't really get on the same page with you, and that's when you have to part ways with them. And sometimes no amount of explaining or screen share videos or anything will really get them up to speed, and you just have to cut ties and move on to the next one. And find somebody that will.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and I think I said this on the live stream. I can't remember with the Trello. If you guys gonna follow that routine, that workflow, make sure you work with this person for a few times, for a few articles, and you're happy with how they're learning and how they're working, and then you add them to your workflow, because otherwise it's gonna be a mess. People going in, going out, you getting rid of people, letting them go. It's just a mess. So make sure you have the best people. First, you scan them and not scan them, but what's the word? Qualify them to put them in your team.
Vet them, yeah.
Vet them, exactly. Let me see what's going on in the chat here with these guys. Hey, by the way, Jesse, we've been here 1 hour and 22 minutes, bro. What do you think? Should we stay a little bit longer? Should we?
Yeah, I got a few more minutes. Yeah,
sweet. Sure. Let me just go see if we have any more questions from these awesome people in the chat. Okay, I read that one from Jason. Jason said he's not gonna join us today. Long day. Well, talking about long day, look at me, bro. I'm still in my gear from work. So I look nice here, but I could be, in my underwear. But I'm still in my gear. I didn't take a shower yet, so it's long day here as well, bro. But kudos to everybody who's here, who's listening to this, watching this, and doing content, like Emilia, Adrian, Chris. I think he was doing as well. Thanks all for being here. Sounds like a plan. Commit has some cool stuff there with Aurora Boreal. Helen says here, I do a lot of proofreading. The best articles seem to be from buy-sell text. Spelling is generally good. Formatting takes a bit of time depending on the writer. Could you explain a little bit more? Could you tell us a little bit more, Helen? Is that when you say formatting, you mean the headings and have nice broken down paragraphs? Is that what you're saying? Because I talk to my writers as well. Hey, make the sentences short. Try to make the paragraph short. But at the end of the day, if they just throw me a block of text in there, but it's good in terms of how it's written, makes sense, it's helpful, I really don't give them too much pain with, make sure it's short, make sure it's nice,
Yeah.
How about you?
I actually don't ever request revisions. I never do. I make the revision myself. I'll edit it myself. And if I think that the content was quality, like you said, just not really formatted well, then I will then show the writer, hey, this is what you turned in and this is what I turned it into. Try and, when you turn in content in the future, try and make it look more like this. See what I did here, and then I'll make notes for them and stuff like that. It seems like it's never worth it to request a revision because I could have had it done and published way before I get it back.
Yeah. Makes sense, bro. Jason says here in the chat, Passive Income Geek doesn't like SEO optimized writers either. Too much keyword stuffing. You know what? Yeah. Like it's awful for you. The worst thing for you to do is to ask a writer to know SEO. Don't ask that. Yeah. I mean, their spiel should be to write content, not to know SEO. And the problem is, you see these guys and girls on Fiverr or any other place, they say, "Oh, I'm gonna write awesome SEO content for you." I bet my money, my salary from a month, that if you get one of those people to write for you, it's gonna be such a bad article. You're gonna see.
I run away from those people. I don't even go near them.
Yeah, that's if you're a writer and you listen to this, don't put that in your description, because people who know SEO, like myself, I know some SEO. I'm not gonna hire you because I know you're gonna be, your text is gonna be crap, because you think you know SEO as a writer, and then you're gonna throw all these words inside there. Makes no sense. There's loads of repetition, and it's just useless. So myself, I talk with my writers about SEO, but I don't tell them, hey, put these keywords in here, put these keywords in there. I don't do that. I just make sure that when I do the outline of the page, I have the right keywords in the right places.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
There's a few spots that I want them to have the topic in, the primary keyword. But aside from that, it takes me just minutes to go in and naturally add it in a few places.
I agree.
If I think it needs it.
I agree, 100%. Recreational Combat, Kieran says, I found the best article I have purchased was one that I produced a full writing remit for. I'm not sure. Can someone tell me what remit is? What was that, Jesse? Do you know what that is? Remit?
I'm not sure.
REMIT.
You mean you got a revision back from it? I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what that is. Was glad you have your clothes. I have my clothes on. Yes, I'm not that sexy not to have my clothes on. So Emilia says, "Gotta roll, folks. Have a good one." Emilia, you're a star. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here with us. I'm gonna have your mug. Keep your eyes on your Facebook chat. Jason says, "I missed the start of this." Jesse, how long are you doing it? And if you don't mind saying, how much a month are you up to in income? I think I saw you posting on the Just Start Reddit. How how much money are you making per month, Jesse?
Yeah, I was disclosing that for a while. I don't think I'm going to disclose my entire portfolio anymore, how much I'm making, but I will say that, you know, my biggest site right now is in the $3,000 to $4,000 a month range, and I have other sites making,
Just from one site?
Oh, yeah, I have
Nice.
other sites making over $1,000 a month.
Nice.
So I'll say that I hope to be up to 5 figures a month this year.
Ooh.
But
yeah, baby. Yeah. That's what I like to hear. And how long you doing? So Jesse said he's been doing this for about 10 years in total, and he focused for the last 2 years and a half on these websites, and that's how he got.
Yeah, so just the blogging side of things, about 2.5 years.
We ain't going out tonight in the house DVD. We ain't going. I don't think we're going anywhere for many months, bro. There's a lot of crap they're telling us, but hey. Gustavo Almeida, hey, what's going on? Boa noite. Our friends from Portugal. Okay, and Helen tells us what that is. Helen and Kieran tells us what remit means. It means instructions. Full breakdown of what I wanted included. Okay, thanks for that. Is that a standard word for that? Like a professional word? I feel like I need to learn that. Gustavo says in the chat, I agree, Adrian. I want the writer to write well. I prefer that they don't worry about SEO. That's the worst thing, I think. If you want writers to worry about SEO and conversions and sales and all that, you'll probably have to get a copywriter, which is gonna cost shitloads of money. Those guys are expensive. Are you still here, Jesse?
I'm still here.
Oh, right. Sorry. I didn't hear
I
any.
was just reading the chat.
I wasn't sure because when it goes silent, there's many things that could happen.
Yeah, and I've frozen a few times there, so, but I can.
Sweet. So Gustavo says, once I had one writer doing a work for me, and in the profile it said SEO content writer. So I asked what she knew about SEO. She dodged the question. Of course, I mean, I understand the writers, right? In quotes. I understand them when they say that, because they just like a website, these platforms like Upwork and Fiverr and all this, they're gonna work by your title and your description and other things like reviews and all that. But they have to put this because that's what the platform is asking. That's how it's working, you know.
And they're also trying to attract clients.
I think
don't
so, yeah.
Know anything?
Exactly, yeah.
They're trying to attract small businesses and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
And newbies. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy knows about SEO. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Exactly.
hire him or her. Okay. Looks like there's no more questions. We still have 20 awesome people hanging out with us here. Thanks everybody again for being here. And I don't think I have any more questions. We could chat like I said for hours in here. But let me ask you. You said already what's your what's have you shared with me your vision? Like, what's your vision? What do you want to achieve in the next 5 years or so? What's your big vision?
I don't know.
Mm.
I spent so much getting to this point. I don't know if I have a bigger one, you know, in another 2 years. I don't
Yeah.
know. Definitely, you know, I want to, you know, pay off my truck and get debt free and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and you know,
That's
maybe move, get another house, or you know, I don't know. There's so much, but I think mainly I want to be able to, you know, save money and be able. I got three girls that are gonna, you know, be going to college, and you know, it's all about, you know, being financially stable and location independent and all that stuff. So
all
that's
that
the
good stuff,
plan.
huh?
Yeah.
But are you looking to use the money? Because once I get to that kind of money, trust me, um, once I get to that kind of money, Jesse, I'll use that money to put into some other things. So
Yeah.
um, I don't know if you know, but I have some other investments like property investment. Um, I would like to put a little bit more money into that as well. Like just like yourself, I want to get debt free. I have some credit cards that I've used for my investments. Of course, I'm using the credit cards very smartly. I'm not that kind of person who's gonna get into trouble because I'm using them. I have like about 12 or 13 credit cards, and but you know, buying a house or what would you like to put more money into? Would you like to diversify in any way or?
Yeah, so you know, I don't know how long this internet thing is going to last. I mean, obviously the internet isn't going away, but the way
Mm.
in which we make money, I don't know how long that's going to last. I think it's going to get better and better,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know that. So I do want to take some of this money out of the internet, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak,
Yeah.
and put it into real things
Mm-hmm.
like real estate.
Tangible
So
stuff.
that
Yeah.
Exactly. So, like the house I'm living in now, it is my plan to eventually, when I do move out, to turn this into my first rental property.
Right.
Yeah. So,
That's
yeah, I would definitely like to get invested in some real estate as well as, you know, grow my portfolio, stock market portfolio. Oh, there you go.
this for Kieran because he said I have a lot. Look,
Yeah.
these are some of them. I hope you don't see any secret information there for for the scammers out there. But yeah, that seems very smart, Jesse. I mean, of course, we have two things here. We have offline businesses, and then you have online businesses. The the thing is, you see what happened now with this situation with the pandemic. Um, you have many businesses that they went just broke because they didn't have any other sources of income, or they, like for example restaurants.
Yeah.
You can't make many there's no other way you can make money with restaurants unless you have clients coming into your restaurant. Well, so many of them now they got
Well, they've tried.
Yeah.
Some of them have done okay.
yeah. Well, some of them they reinvented themselves, and
Right,
now they're
right.
doing home delivery, or maybe if you are like an exclusive kind of a chef, you go in to these people's house and make like expensive meals and all that. But you know, it's still you have to have some vision. And I think that's what I liked about this community and the things that I've learned in the last few years, things that I didn't know when I was young. What the hell? This society is just, you know, they don't teach you shit until you learn by yourself, like 20 years
Right.
after. So
Yeah, so I diversify on my websites, but then I also want to diversify outside of the internet too.
mhm.
once I can. I think you kind of need some big money to do that. So I'm
That's
not there
true.
yet.
That's true. I kind of still wanted to make some videos about related to property and how you can use other people's money to make money, right? And use very little from your pocket. But these things you need to learn. You need to hang out with the people that know these things, or just try it by yourself. Like we were saying earlier, you have to allow yourself to fail. But if you don't try, if you don't look into any of this, you're just gonna be, depending on your salary, and like many people now are depending on the government, to give them some pennies, which is ridiculous. Kieran says here in the chat that Adrian always seems to get the genuine people as on as guests. Thank you for that, Kieran. I really honestly like to avoid talking to gurus that they're full of shit. I like to talk to genuine people that are just genuine. And I mean, even if we are selling something, I still like genuine people. There's many genuine people out there that are gonna sell you something, but there's not gonna tell you a story. I got into MLM before, or at the same time I was getting into marketing, internet marketing, and I kind of got scammed. I want to make a live stream about this, but I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna make another one for another time. There's many people out there who are not genuine, and you have to be careful.
Definitely.
Gabriel, what's going on? ¿Qué pasa, hermano? I subscribed to Jesse's channel thanks to his video about how to write a blog post, which was over the shoulder. First time I have seen. Loads of value. There you go. Thanks for doing awesome videos, Jesse, and helpful videos for these awesome people. Helen says we are also young and we have time to build portfolios such as property investment. Well, I think time flies so fast.
Relative, I guess.
Huh?
Young is relative.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that young.
Well, I wish I discovered this long time ago. That's why, as a daddy now, I'm trying to make a better job than my parents did, and then the society did. The school was just shit to me, didn't help me at all. Just to write and make basic math, but then after that, zero. So, hey, that's a rant that I'm gonna go on another video. That's a lot of credit cards, Kieran said. Yeah, I have loads. Maybe you guys want to see some videos how I use them. Some of these are 0% credit cards, which sometimes what I do, I just buy stuff on a credit card that maybe I have an offer, and then when that offer expires, I move that, I transfer the balance from that card to a 0% credit card, which that allows me another 2 years to pay that card with no interest. So there's many tricks that you can do there.
You should do some videos there. Those credit card companies pay real high CPMs, I think.
Yeah, I should do more of that. But like I said, and I said this a few months ago, that I want to make this channel, I want to put it in another channel. I just got too much stress. I said, you know what? Let's keep doing this. Let's keep doing this live stream. This awesome people, and we'll worry about YouTube another time, because YouTube makes me what, 20 pounds. If makes me, maybe 50 pounds, like Carl and Alex the other day donated. It doesn't make me much money. So I should just focus on the websites that makes me money, and I know I'm going to make much more money with the websites than with the YouTube. Plus YouTube, you have to be here all the time making videos. You know? It's not that passive.
It's all I can do to make one video a week.
Yeah.
And it's so draining. But,
it's draining, honestly. And the way I edit my videos, it takes me so long, because I want to make nice music. I want to make this. I want to make that. And for a 10 minutes video, it could take me 8 hours of editing.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I can use that time to make websites.
Yeah.
Adrian says, Helen says, could you put Jesse's YouTube link in here, please? It's in the description, Helen. It's in the description. So everybody, if you want to, if you want, check out the YouTube, Jesse's YouTube channel. The link is in the description, and it's Niche Informer. Sounds like this. Informer. Nice. I like that song, man. I like it so much. Let me go back to the screen here. And Commit says entire life savings into crypto. Is that what you're doing, bro? You're nuts. But who knows? You maybe are gonna be the next millionaire. You don't know these things, man. Kieran says, I wish I had started years ago. Yes, that's my thing as well. We are all young in here. In the house DVD says, you're right, 100%. Commit says, that would be a very interesting live stream. Which one, bro? Which one? Because I hate school. I told my missus, listen, if the baby girl doesn't want to go to school, I'm not gonna press her to go to school. So I'm probably the wrong person to ask about school. So which one, Commit? School or MLMs or credit cards? Which one? I felt youngish in 2019. I feel about fucking 72 now. That's okay, man. Helen says that opportunities were not existent when she was my age, I guess. Yeah, that's for sure. Opportunities are much more. There's much more opportunities now than, like, I don't know, 50 years ago, I would say. And that's because of the YouTube channel. Of the internet. The internet opened so much doors and opportunities. Chris says, I've got a YouTube channel I haven't made content for in 2 years, and it's still making $130 per month. That's awesome, bro. At least it pays for the coffee. But I don't think it's that passive. And the problem with YouTube is that if things changes, you cannot just go and update a video. You have to make another one. You know what I mean? For example, if you have to update something on a blog post, well, you just go and update a line and make a new picture or whatever, and you're still gonna have the same metrics in the eyes of Google. Whereas with YouTube, you have to make another video, which when you make a new video is gonna be from scratch. It's gonna start all from zero. The engagement, the views, and all that good stuff. Jason says, Jesse, what keyword tools are your favorite, or just Google alphabet soup method?
Yeah, I answered him down there.
Okay.
It pretty much that's pretty much what I do. Just start typing in Google. I obviously come up with the ideas for the seed keywords and where to start. But yeah, I just start typing in Google and see what it suggests to me. And I use the keywords everywhere just to get an idea of the search volume. But I really don't put too much stock in that because it's rarely accurate.
Mm-hmm. Coolio. Seems to be a running theme with successful bloggers. They rarely use Ahrefs. The thing is, Jason, that's why I asked. That's one of the things I said. I kind of want to relax a little bit with the SEO knowledge that I want to acquire, because I was getting into. I've got into very, very, very knowledgeable circles in the SEO space, and I was trying to learn. And I'm still trying to learn from these guys. They're very smart and all that. But then you see all these guys like Jesse, for example, like John Dystra. I was listening to him the other day. He doesn't know much about SEO. He knows some, but he's not like an SEO guy. But look at the money. I mean, Jesse's making almost five figures per month. John Dystra is making, last time I heard him talking about it, 70 grand per month, right? And they don't use these crazy tools. They don't use any SEO black hat techniques, in order to make this money.
I think one of the big differences there is we go for these lower competition keywords.
Exactly.
Whereas like, Matt Diggity and people who teach, strictly affiliate stuff, that Ahrefs and SEMrush really does come in handy when you have so much competition.
Exactly.
But there's so little competition for the keywords I go for that, I think I had Ahrefs for like a month and I just didn't use it enough. My method that I'm already used to works fine, so I don't know why I need to change it.
Exactly.
And why I would need to pay $100 a month to change it.
Nah, you don't need it. Like you just said it exactly how it is. Guys like Diggity and others in the space, they have businesses, they have agencies. So they can afford to pay this kind of stuff. That's nothing for them. And secondly, the niches they are in, they're so competitive that you would not be able to dig so deep into these niches and your competitors without having some tools to help you out.
Right.
It would be impossible. Yeah. I mean, it could take you either months or a team of, I don't know, 10 people to do the research. I think that's where the tools come handy.
Yeah, for sure.
And Commit says, Sean says, was referring to the MLM story live stream. I accidentally worked for an MLM once. Yeah, definitely. We can make one of those. I mean, I don't want to make my live streams just about affiliate marketing and, I changed my title. Look what happened. I want to make everything that has to do with making money, entrepreneurship and all that. So we can definitely make one. Would you join me? To talk about your experience, Sean? Same with Carl. Jason says here in the chat, same with Carl, Alex, and Sean Mars. No premium tools either. And Chris Niche Safari too. I think he only uses Surfer to tweak, but not for keyword research.
Yeah, I don't even use that. And I've seen a lot about, so many people using SEO Surfer, and I might try it eventually. I think it might be worth trying, but, everything's working now. I don't know if I need to throw it into the mix at this point. I guess I may do some testing with it.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. I mean, like I said, tools are awesome to save you time and to do work in bulk. If I'm not mistaken, Jason, you're still at the beginning of your journey, right? So if you're at the beginning of your journey, you don't need these tools. Just focus on getting the basics, the foundations, because SEO, it doesn't matter how much it's gonna change and all these whistles and bells and whistles is gonna come over the years. Basic SEO, it's still the same, right? Same with the keyword research. It's gonna be the same. The same keywords. Affiliate marketing. You have some specific keywords that you have to write about. If you're doing e-commerce, you have specific keywords that you have to write about. If you're doing blogging, like content marketing, like Jesse's doing, there's some specific keywords that you have to target. You can't just go, for any keyword out there. So just learn the basics, and you're not gonna need any of these tools. Like you see Jesse, you see Carl, I think Carl might use some tools, but because he has his keyword research business, so he might use that for. But doing the keyword soup is just easy. It's easy as that. Just find keywords that will do that for low competition. Chris says I use Niche Safari. Sorry. Chris from Niche Safari says I use Ahrefs to find keywords where Quora and Reddit rank number 1. Other than that, I use WMS everywhere or keywords everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no denying how useful and powerful Ahrefs is. I can't find a place to fit it into my workflow right now.
No, and honestly, I see this time and time again on Facebook groups, on WP of Facebook group as well. There's many beginners there. Don't worry about the tools. Don't use them. You don't need them now. Learn the basics.
If you need them, then you don't need them.
Yeah, just make a website. Do the keyword research, or first do the niche research. Find some keywords. Put some content up there. And keep learning, right? I like to do the link building. I don't like to just wait, put the content out there. I don't like, because there's many people who say, oh, build a site, put the content up there and just wait. I hate to wait. So when I have the content, I'm just doing this right now. I have a few more pages to put up on this new website. Once that is up, I don't stop. I don't leave it there, waiting for Google to come. I'm going to start doing my magic, to let Google know that, hey, look what I have here for you. With building some links, building some social profiles and other cool things that you can do in order to helping Google to find you faster than just waiting. And Chris says it's a free version. Oh, what's WMS? It's a free version of keywords everywhere. All right.
I've tried that one.
Yeah?
I've tried WMS everywhere. I can't remember why I switched back to keywords everywhere, but they're about the same, I think. Pretty much the same.
Here's another secret. Just don't jump from tool to tool. They might give you something new, but if you start using a tool, just stay with that one for some time. Don't just jump from one tool to another tool, because there's not going to be much difference.
Stick with whatever works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you have results, just stick with that. That's why I'm starting to focus on websites and stop thinking about doing loads of stuff that I wanted to do in the SEO space, plus the YouTube channel and all that. But anyway, that was very helpful. I learned a lot, but just keep focusing on the freaking basic stuff, which is content.
Follow the money.
Yeah. Just put content out there and then build some links if you want to. If you don't want to, just wait, like Jesse and like John Dystra. I heard John Dystra saying I think he was in Authority Hacker podcast. He waits because I think they asked him how long before a site makes any money. Not a successful website, but just make some money. It could be like $10. He was saying it could be in the region of 2 years.
Yeah, he's so laid back. He doesn't care. He's already making so much money.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it takes 2 years.
I bet he did a lot of money as a lawyer as well. So he doesn't. I'm sure he's not doing it for the money necessarily. He's
doing it because he enjoys it.
Exactly.
Too,
yeah. And that's one of the secrets that people forget when they get into this. I want to do it for the money. Well, that's a bad vision. That's a bad start. You're not doing it for the money. You do it for. You have to have a goal. You have to have a vision. Because if it's for the money, well, you're gonna get there, make $2,000, $3,000 per month. Then what? It's to me, it's my vision that keeps me going. Because once I'm free, I'm not gonna stop there. I'm gonna make some cool YouTube videos maybe, or who knows what other projects. But have a big vision.
Yeah, for sure.
Chris Nishtafar did a great video recently testing loads of tools, keywords everywhere, came out on top overall, if I remember right. I don't know. I'm trying to stay out of, testing tools and all that stuff. Like I said, if you're a beginner, you don't need them. And even if you're not a beginner, but you have a small portfolio, you still don't need them. And like Jesse, he has a big portfolio, but he's not in a competitive niche, right? So he still doesn't need them.
And I mean, some of the niches I'm in are pretty competitive. But
Yeah.
I stay away from the competitive topics.
Right.
For my biggest site is 2 years old now, 2.5 years, and I'm just now to the point where I feel like going after the biggest keywords.
Right. Which is smart.
Up to this point, I've been avoiding them.
No, which is really smart. Now they have probably have some authority as well. Now it's probably time to look into some of those, even those affiliate type keywords, right?
Right. Yeah.
Kieran says, I am treating this as a learning experience at the moment. Maybe this time next year I'll be 20-er. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but the learning never stops. That's the moment you stop learning is the moment you die. I think that's what they say. Jesse, I think we're gonna stop here. It's been 2 hours, brother, and I simply loved to chat with you.
Yeah. Awesome.
But I don't want to keep you longer away from your cats, because I saw the cats going up and down.
Did you?
I saw the black one.
Yeah.
Maybe she got hungry. But just quickly welcome Lee here. I didn't know you were here, Lee, brother. Lee says, a vision is important. In the beginning, my wife thought I was crazy and I didn't share the vision. She is starting to come around. That's exactly what happened with me, Lee. Same thing, bro. When I started to talk about doing websites and all that, my missus didn't buy it. Then I said, oh, I made 50 cents. That was my first sale just before Christmas. And then, of course, the numbers were starting going up, 200, 300, 400, 700. Ooh. And then she started to ask for some money. Hey, what's my commission, bruv?
Where's our cut?
Yeah, but that's awesome. It's always different. It's always complicated to bring people into something that's different, that you never done before. It's so strange. It's very, very, very complicated, and I think if you don't bring your family into this, you're fucked, because they're gonna be so negative. They're gonna be so unsupportive.
Yeah.
That they're gonna bring it down.
People that have the 9-to-5 mindset that's been drilled into their heads their whole lives.
Yeah.
They don't understand make money online. They don't understand it, and it takes a little while for them to come around.
Yeah. Sure thing. Kieran says here, cats don't care. I know they're the real boss. The cats, the real boss. But I'll take the last question here from Jason, bro. If you don't mind, Jesse, when you start a new site, do you go for long tail keywords or KGR?
I don't use KGR. I think I tried it, right a couple of years ago, right at the beginning. I tried a few. I think the concept is kind of flawed, but I mean, I did learn a little bit watching some of Doug's videos. But no, I don't use that. I do go for long tail keywords. And then, I'll go for a shorter seed keyword, like a 2-word, really high volume, if it's low enough competition. But it's rare to find those these days. So it's mostly long tail in the beginning.
Sure stuff. Yeah, Helen says, wow, 2 hours. Yes, 2 hours. It's unbelievable. I love I love to talk. I love to talk. If you guys didn't notice that. Jason says, time flew by. I was only planning to stay here 30 minutes. What can I say? Thanks everybody for hanging out with us for 2 hours. You guys are awesome.
I can't believe it's been 2 hours. Yeah, it's time to get our weekend started.
Oh, bro.
So it's time for you to go to bed now.
No, well, it's time to take a shower first. And then come back to this machine here and work on some editing. Yeah. I want to make some more videos for my VAs, for the writers, and kind of building that process like we were saying in the SOP, which I found to be so helpful, very very helpful. So thanks again, Jesse. Is there anything you would like to add, bro? Maybe for people who's gonna watch this, still in the trenches, like I think like I said, Jason, I think you're just starting your journey now. I know that myself, I'm still in the trenches. Kieran, he's building his websites. Do you have any tips for us, bro? Any
just don't give up. This takes 5, 6, even 7 or 8 months before you really start to see any traction. So if you really want to do this, you've got to give it a fair shot, and you've got to give it some time to actually start working. So if you're new, don't give up, and just keep going. I'd say give it a full year before you call it quits on this, because it wasn't until after a year before I started making enough money to see what was possible. Before that year, not much happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's my advice.
Nice. Thanks everybody in the chat. Kieran says here, awesome stream again, Adrian. Aurora Boreal, thanks for sharing. Good luck to everyone with your endeavors. Lee says, Adrian, quality as ever. Let's get rid of that boss. Do you know how to close the show, Jesse?
I do not. No.
No worry. I'll share that with you next time, so you can you can close it for us.
Good deal.
In the house, DVD says, thanks peeps, so much better than TV. Keep swinging, Adrian, you the boss. Hey, that's awesome. I never thought about this being like TV, but maybe you guys can maybe you guys can help me make a better show. Because I was thinking, making some different sections, just like a TV show, but for people in this space, to watch some real entrepreneurial stuff. And maybe give me some ideas. If you're in the Facebook group, Hasta La Vista Boss, you're welcome to join. If not, just shoot me an email at Hasta La Vista Boss, Adrian at hastalavistaboss.net. It'd be cool to know what kind of things you would like to see on YouTube, like a real, like a live show. Steve Max says, thanks Adrian and Jesse for your time, both of you. Gustavo, awesome talk. Thanks Adrian and Jesse. And hey, like I always like to say, boys and girls, stay focused, because we're going to get rid of that boss. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next live stream. I don't know when that is going to be, but it's going to be soon. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Thanks, Adrian.
Hang with me.
We've all had that thought. This is what you want. Time to tune in. Hasta la vista, boss. Yeah, for my side hustlers who never stop. Quit your job and making your own profits. Become your own boss. Live life on your terms. Make it happen for real. This is what you deserve. Yeah. Hasta la vista, boss. Subscribe, have fun, and enjoy the ride. Let's go.